Thank you, Bulavinaka, members of the media. Thank you for gathering here today. Today's press conference will focus on several important issues affecting consumers. We'll start by discussing the VAT change. I think that's on everybody's mind as well. VAT amendments and price changes, as well as the supporting work that FCCC does. Now, as per the 2023-24 national budget, the Fijian government had announced a change to the VAT policy, which had implications for businesses and consumers. Now, just to break it down, I think there is a large discussion around the VAT increases. There have also been changes in duties and other tariffs. There have been goods that were previously on 15% VAT that will continue to remain, so there's been no change in that. There are goods and services that currently have 9% VAT, whereby there will be an increase of 6%. So far, what we have done as a regulator is, over the last 6 weeks, we've collected baseline data through multiple surveys. We've done landed cost comparisons from imported data obtained from FRCS. We've also done price control and regulated items that is determined by the FCCC. We've reviewed that, and any charges that is not attributed to changes in taxes would basically will have to be explained. And if there is no reasonable explanation, then of course this constitutes illegal overcharging. As we speak, there's a current joint surveillance exercise on with the Fiji Revenue and Customs Services as well as the Consumer Council of Fiji. The investigation and enforcement teams have been out. In fact, we completed the work last night around 4 a.m. We were out looking at supermarkets and different stores that were changing their VAT items in the system, but as well as on the stickers on the shelves. So, as I've said previously, our enforcement action was around 3 areas. First is, of course, where VAT is going to increase. The other one is where there is no change in VAT, where VAT remains unchanged. Of course, similar surveys and joint surveillance exercises have been carried out so far. There have been numerous instances where people have reported increases pre-1st of August. These increases have been isolated not to changes in VAT, but changes to do with the cost structure. There are many factors that affect prices. Taxes is just a very small part of it. The other important part to note is there's a category of goods that will be zero rated, so at 0% VAT. This is the 21 basic categories as well as the addition of prescribed medicine. Now, most of these categories that are on 0% are price controlled and are approved under very intense scrutiny. We have calculated and collected baseline data. We're also doing cost comparisons for different shipments through FRCS. Targeted inspections have been done for cost analysis. The investigators have been out and we are looking at whether prices have been increased without changes in cost. So if landed cost hasn't changed, but final price has changed and it is attributed only to changes in taxes and the increase is disproportionate, then FCCC will investigate and take actions. We've also applied greater scrutiny to pharmacies. Again, the licenses of pharmacies currently falls within FCCC and we also regulate pharmaceutical items. Now, to clarify any ambiguity, we have amended the authorizations and determinations that basically give these prices out, and these have been made available on our website, fccc.gov.fj. But for ease of reference, this is the authorization for inter-island shipping, passenger fares and freight rates for maritime islands. This was issued on the 1st of January 2023. That has been adjusted. The postal tariff for domestic services for Post Fiji Limited, which was issued on 15 September 2021, that's been amended. New determinations for butter, corn mutton, corn beef and margarine, that's happened. Price authorizations for supply of biscuit products for wholesale and retail in Fiji. Price authorization for supply of bread, wholesale and retail in Fiji, price determination for basic food items, and price determinations for hardware items. These have been reviewed. Apart from this, the reversal of the subsidy for bus fares has also been applied to 10%. As mentioned before, to ensure a smooth transition, FCCC has increased our ground enforcement activity to ensure compliance. In alignment with the recent budget changes, we have intensified our inspections and market surveys to continue our practice of ensuring fair trade in the market as well as consumer protection. By closely monitoring the market, we aim to safeguard consumer interest and any potential exploitation of consumers. We hope to maintain a fair and competitive marketplace. At this juncture, we urge traders not to engage in any unethical practices and for consumers to report any instances of non-compliance that they note, even if it's suspected. Following the budget announcement, we've undertaken more than 800 inspections and surveys by the task force. 20 traders so far have been found in breach, and the common practices have really been to do with display of prices as well as overcharging. These are currently under active investigations, and these traders have been warned for possible prosecution. We have a number of plans that we have adopted to the exhaustive change introduced in the recent budget, and we are working on that. We want to ensure that maximum benefits are given to consumers, and we will mitigate any impact of adverse changes. We will be introducing some new strategies and some mechanism in due course. Any complaints or queries that consumers have, they can reach out to the FCCC via Facebook page, which is FCCC Fijian FCCC. You can also contact us as helpdesk at FCCC or call FCCC at 8921-991. Apart from that, we have also linked up with the Consumer Council of Fiji, and we are encouraging that consumers, if they have any queries, any complaints regarding VAT changes or prices, they can call the National Consumer Helpline on 155. The Consumer Council will analyze these complaints and then forward it to the FCCC for investigations if required.